Hello and welcome to my channel. That's Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I am doing the last of the boxes today. There will still be one or two more videos, probably more than one, because there's several journals that will be going up as well. So these are the big boxes. This is the big box one, and then the other one will be bigger box two. And the dimensions of this box are 13 by 12 by 7.5 inches, and once I'm done, I'll weigh it. It'll be $60 plus shipping, and shipping is going to depend on where you live, and ground shipping is the cheapest usually, so it'll probably be that. So yeah, it's going to depend on how much the box weighs. So let's see how we can do this. Let's start with, will this fit down here for the most part? So let's start by filling some plastic bags with some of the things. So I've got some straw paper here. It's a little bit wrinkled. Just iron it, it'll be fine. Well, this piece is definitely wrinkled. The other ones are pretty good. It's straw paper from Italy. So if you've been, and I still have plenty of that. So if somebody wants just like 10 or something, just, you know, email me and we'll figure it out. This is the Wizard of Oz. This cup, whoops, this is ripped. This is what the cover looks like underneath. Would make a really cute journal. Oh, and I've got where the rainbow ends poem in the front, because, you know, I had ideas. And this has mostly colored pictures. Really, really cool. Would make a great journal. That has a lot of pictures. So now you can see why I bought that at the thrift store. There's that. Then we do have a Rendale squirrel napkin. It's all random. It's because I was just like putting stuff, splitting stuff into boxes. From, what is this? Use of Measure. Oh, this is from an architecture book. I think that it was vintage, but I'm not. The pages are aged, which is nice. A couple airmail envelopes. Some of these cards, that some of them are embossed. Or, yeah, embossed is right? I kind of want to fill up this section, and there should be, I don't know where they are anyway. Oh, where these fit. So this one is going to have the Yogi Bear cards, the whole set, and the Crazy 8 with the, I don't know if there's any missing or not, with the planets. I think those will fit right there, perfect. All right, anything else you want to fit in here? And we've got more of these cards. And a couple, what are those called? I know what those are called. And we have this Bambi 1984. So vintage. Yes, sorry people born in 1984. You're vintage. The New Puppy. This one's older, I'm pretty sure. 1969. He's super cute. So it's just a story. So it'd be great for a little golden book journal if you have someone who's getting a new puppy and they can make that like a memory book. This one's brand new. A Day at the Seashore. 1979. It says the renewed 1979, but it looks way newer than that. But the pictures are super cute. Illustrated by Corinne Malvern. I think I'm running out of, I think I can fit one more in here. I'm going to fill out these bits down here. Alright, we have some, what is this? Lavender baker's twine. Is that too thick to fit down there? Maybe. Yeah, it's too big. Alright. Alright, we got some of these things. And there's another stamp on that one, but, you know, if you cover that one side, it won't be a big deal. A couple of the big penguin cards. Ooh, Queen of Hearts. Probably should save, and then the Queen of Diamonds. Let's see, got, well, she's the same one. Well, that's what's in there, sorry. A couple lifesaver ones. Oh, here's the stamps. And I've got 4 little bags of stamps. They're very random. Let me just stick those in here, because that will fill out that rest of that bag, and I can close that and put that on the bottom. And you get the bag that it comes in. Those are great for projects and whatnot. And let's see. got other ones as well. Don't mind me, I had a stack of Lelia. Alright, now we'll start filling these. I was running out of the other bags, I think. Alright, so we've got some fussy cut, just cut off wallpaper, 2 more stamps, just some scraps, more things that you can fussy cut, more scraps. There's one of my whatchamacallit. This is just inked on sticker paper. And we have this piece of, I believe this is wet strength tissue. And some of the vintagey, ledgery type pages like you've seen in the other books. These are just music. They're not ledger. They're not vintage, but there's a couple in there that are like landscape, which is nice in journals. Will these all fit? I don't know if this one's large enough to, oh yes it is. Yay. And some more of these. Yeah, I like these because they're also landscape, so they're nice to use in journals. I'm trying to make sure the majority of the paper pieces are in plastic, but it's supposed to rain around here, so I might look like a crazy person when you get your packages where they're like covered in tape. But I know that we are expecting rain here, so I want to make sure. Oh, and then also if you want to try to figure out the shipping, I'll remind me to, I think I said it, maybe I did say it, I don't know. Remind me to, you can't remind me. Hopefully I remember to say which zip code it's coming from if you want to figure out the shipping on your own. And see if that's something you want to pay. Also remember that I actually use pirateship.com, so I usually get, what's the word I want? I usually get a discount. That's the word I want. Scraps, little elephant, scraps. These are like from baby boy, baby girl type cards that came from my aunt's stash. And then let's stick these cards in here before we forget. And I'm just pulling out of this other box on the floor that's just like full. So full. Some more of these little scrappy bits. These are just little bag scraps. You can make clusters from them. Because why not? And then just remember to cover the back. That's not my Instagram anymore. My Instagram is just without the lines. Little milk and cookies. Those are several of those. Those are great for Christmas journals or any journal. Because who doesn't love milk and cookies? And a cup, 3 of these. And some scraps. Like I said, it is totally random. Just a plain tag. Some tissue. Oops. The letter P. Another scrap. Seriously. Oh, that one I signed. That's just a tag or a journal card. You can turn it into a tag. Some just embossed scraps. And another plain tag. And one of those brayer pieces that's double-sided on some cardstock. That's another scrap. And we have some napkins. We got a deer. That would go good with the Bambi. There's one missing. And a couple of these orange napkins. Because you get napkins. And I got rid of a lot of napkins. Turkey. Turkey lurkey. And I don't know. If napkins are wrinkled, don't worry. Because once you... oh my goodness. And we got squirrels. Because once you... glue them down, the wrinkles usually come out, I think is what I'm trying to say. Can I fit much more in there? I think I can fit these stickers, stamps in here. And this ribbon maybe. Alright. Oh wait, will it close? We're going to make it close. Alright. And that, well, will it fit? It's a 13-inch box, so yes it does. Okay. And let's go ahead and add some more. Okay, let's see, scraps and papers and a couple of Tim Holtz scraps. And that's just from a journal and some of the flower pages. and Monopoly, and then there's those pieces. Let's make sure we get those in there. These will be going in there too. I just need to probably put them in a piece of fabric or something. And we've got these two pads are going to go in there as well. But I'm not going to put them in plastic. I'm going to put them down the edge because I need stuff for down the edge. If that makes any sense. Okay, some more of these. These are black and white. They are a little bit ripped. Alright, this is, it's a little wrinkled. It's a, oh, envelope that I made. Okay. It's a pocket. Another envelope. Scrappy pad. More scraps and whatnot. Scrappy pad. Plus we can add a couple more scrappy pads. Oh, there's another scrap. I've got a lot of scrappy pads. So you're getting scraps that you wouldn't normally have. And the scraps are fun. Plus all these plastic bits. More of these cards. They work great for journal cards. Or if you like to make cards to send out. There's this. Some red ribbon. Pink guest check. A few of them are off of there. But for the most part, it's there. Some blue. I think it's go green. It's ribbon anyway. Okay, let's see. And then I'm going to open this up so that it'll lay flat. But this is the cover for the password. I don't know if it's going to fit. I'm going to put it in between. But it's going in there, and it would make a really cool journal cover, I think. All right, let's just go. I'm not at a loss for these, so we don't have to overpack them. Just saying. Let's grab another one though. Where did they go? I just had them. How far can they go? Can't go that far. Vintage children's book page. More of the dogs. I don't know if those are vintage or not, but they're fun. They're cool. You can use just the dogs as pictures. French dictionary. Vintage. What is it? I don't remember the name of the book, but anyway, it's got plants and whatnot. And it's from a vintage little golden book. This one's not vintage. I just like the pictures. I think this was vintage. It might or might not be vintage, but it's Dick and Jane. Handmade paper. And here is a signature that I started at some point. So these are the pages for a signature that you can use to make a journal or take them apart, you know, use them in different journals. Here is a journal cover. It's got the Antarctica on the inside. You could always cover that up if you don't want the Antarctica. And the outside is just matte and blue and inked. I don't remember if I sealed it or not. Hopefully I did. I mean, I guess if you got it wet, you'd find out. Alright, let's put some of these buttons. These are, hold on. These are vintage. These are not vintage. It's just that things go on sale and I can't stop myself. Go ahead and put this paintbrush in there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And grab another one. Because I kind of want these pages. So we have some children's book pages. Most of them are from vintage books. This one's probably not, but they're nice big pages and fun for like art journals and whatnot, because some of them are pretty strong. This one I think is from a vintage children's dictionary. I don't know if the I Spy books are vintage or not, but here we have a kind of Halloween-y one, but that's okay because we also have Padded Heart that is Halloween. So those kind of could go together. And we've got some airplane. I don't think that's going to fit in there. So the airplane ones, if you don't want to use the airplanes, you could always just use the pages to make pockets and then cover them up. That's the cover for, that was 1976. So the ones from Oh What a Busy Day are definitely vintage. And then we've got some, what is her name? M.E. You know, pages from one of her books. Mary Englebright, that's right. Those are those need to go in there. The airplanes and the I Spy, and then there's this one alphabet book. These are nice, thick, sturdy pages, which would be really good for an art journal. if you're making an art journal or just fun pages or even journal cards. Yep, that's too wide. That's going to have to go in with the unprotected pages. But as I said, I'm taping these boxes up pretty good, so I'm not sure that anything is really unprotected. More children's books, pages. Alright, and there's more. Alright, some more of these, and we have these from the coloring book. They were just torn out of the book, so they're not, you know, there's going to be some rough edges. It's from Enchanted Forest and 2015, so it is not vintage, but I find those fun to use in art journals and in children's, actually any, not even just children's, any nature-y type. But, you know, there's so many pages in a coloring book, it takes you forever, and they're thick, so, you know, they'd work really nicely for ephemera too. Alright, then we have the Child's Book of Trees. You might have seen some of the pages go in another book. Yep, I don't have the date, but I'm pretty sure that is vintage. And then we have these papers that have horses on them, teddy bears, more horses, and they're like almost like onion skin paper, like they're thin like that, but not quite that thin. I don't know, or resume paper. I don't know. They feel really cool. Let's put it that way. And that has horses on it as well. And well, the magazine. We have, that's from Kincaid. And I have just some pages from a quilting book. And what's left of this book, The Baby BB Bird. So this is a good book. It's got giant pages, so if you want to make a big journal and not, you know, good for art books and whatnot. Who is this? This is Norman Rockwell. Got some pages from that. And let's see. And more of the non-vintage but really pretty flowers. Some Ideals magazines pages. I don't know why there's bank. Oh, I don't know what that was. And this is from that the herbs book. Don't know if that's vintage or not. I honestly can't remember, but also would be really fun. Children's book pages. Children's book pages. These have Halloween on them too. Children's book pages. These are a little bit on the shiny side, but there's several of them. Like I said, good for, but they have really awesome illustrations, which is what I love. This is from the Rose book. Can't remember if that was vintage or not, but it had really pretty pictures. Bought that because somebody suggested it. Alright, let's just stick that in there because there were a few. Alright. Hoping this isn't going to be a ridiculous weight that's going to make it ridiculously heavy to... Oh, I should put a couple of the books in there though. Where'd they go? Oh, here we go. Alright, I know I have a couple of books in there. We've got this cat book right here. It's not super huge. There's some pages missing from it. But they've got some really cool, cute and fun illustrations. And the cover would make a nice journal as well. North American Birds. The rest of this book has quite a few pages. This is, I don't know if it will say or not. No, I don't have the front page. Pretty sure that it was vintage, but not totally sure. If so, it might be like more like 90s, 80s, I don't know. What is vintage anymore? I don't know. And then Flora and the Flamingo. There's a page or two missing from this. I love this book though. It's so cool. I mean, it's got these like flip outs and there's some tears and stuff. And it's just so super cute. But I don't really do themed journals, but if somebody was going to do a flamingo journal, or a ballet journal. It would be a really fun, quirky ballet journal. The cover looks like that. And it's not vintage. Look how pretty these are, though. I'm pretty sure it's not. I don't know, because it's Caldecott. It doesn't have a date. Of course it doesn't. Why would it? Because that would just make sense. But it is a Caldecott honor book, but it's kind of messed up. So, all right. And then we have what's left of this Ideals magazine. All right. I think I can do one more of these. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just saw one of the books. I'm like, somebody asked about that. All right, this is just could be a journal cover, or you could turn it into an envelope. And we've got Peter Rabbit, or whatever story that was. More of these coloring book pages. More of the airplanes. More of these children's books. The Gil Fujikawa and the poems and whatnot. More of these. Let's see, we don't have a lot of gel plates here. We need to find out. Here we go. There, now we got some gel plates. Here we go. 1, 2. This is a brayer off sheet. That's one of my National Geographic. These are National Geographics that I, did stuff to. What is gel plate print, book pages, some printables, and it's a little bit ripped, but it's my squirrels. I kind of doodled around one part of one and the other one. Gel plate print, digital with gel plate, brayer off, National Geographic, gel plate. This is when I did the crayon resist and did some other stuff. So there's those. And get another I Spy book. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Got a couple sacks and a Christmas heart. And this little butterfly journal. It's a little tight. It's made with is it made with bubble wrap packaging? I don't know. It doesn't have a super lot of pages, but I don't even know what the front is. Oh, that's a pocket. That's the front. So yes, that's a journal that I made at some point. Okay, this is the right box, right? Yeah, that's the one that's 7. And digital jelly plate print, more of the National Geographic jelly plate print. Alright, let's see if this is gonna fit. Alright, and so now we're just kind of doing some filler, I think. So I've got the iridescent rickrack, and got these bits and this and some more of these. Let me get my, and then I do have a piece of the canvas. I'm going to actually wrap these little bits in the canvas to kind of protect them a little bit. So I've got a few charms. There's a bracelet that you could take apart and use however you want to. Alright, so that's going to go in there. I've just got some sections here that I can fill in with some fabric and smaller bits. Alright, that's going to go in there. And got a piece of this ticking. It's kind of an olive green. And here's another piece of the olive green ticking. It's at least big enough to make a journal, I believe. Right, let me find a few more things. Then I've got this piece of gingham. I think it was sheet or a tablecloth. I'm not sure. And this lace, which actually came off a shirt. These are just going in there as padding, so they're not they're not being protected per se. All right, and then I've got a pink ruffle, a little bit of white fabric. These are canvas. You could paint them or do whatever to them. They're already made into like tabs you can put on your pages. You can cut them down to the right size. And here's another ruffle. And these are mostly vintage bits of fabric, some vintage buttons, and another button, more stamps. Okay, and that's a little piece of vintage fabric, some more strips of fabric, piece of Osnaburg, that's just like a strip of it, some more, these are not vintage, but you know, and some ticking, also not vintage, but you know, it's nice to have. A couple more ruffles, and another piece of ticking, another tab, and I think that will do it. And the weight is about 14 pounds, so it does hold twice as much as the medium flat rate boxes were. So it's coming, and so if you want to try to figure out what the postage might be for you, hold on. There we go. The cost of the box is $60 plus shipping, and I'll probably do ground shipping, which is the cheapest. And it's 13 by 12 by 7.5, and it weighs, I'm going to say 14 pounds. And it's coming from this zip code 22193. Or you can send me your address, and I can let you know what the shipping is, and then you can decide if it's worth purchasing for you. East Coast will definitely cost less than the West Coast. Just saying. That's how shipping works. All right. So that is big box 1. Let me write that on there. Big box 1. Also known as Red Robin box. Red Robin. Yum. All right. This next box is the bigger box 2, or big box 2, or bigger box, because it is 13.5 by 13 by 9.5 inches deep. And so it'll be $70 plus shipping, and we'll figure out the weight in a minute. So let me go ahead and grab. So these are the last 2 boxes for sale. I have one more box that's already been spoken for, and hopefully when she gets it, she'll do a flip through so that you can see what was in it. All right. Now, oh, these didn't get in the other box. Oh well, let's see. We've got these. Will they fit in there? They just barely fit in the box. So I'm gonna put these in. They'll go between some of the plastic bits because they're too big to fit in one of the plastic things. All right. And I don't know why I didn't get as much of like this kind of stuff in the other big box, but there seems to be a lot of it in this one. Did I tape that one up already? Yep, I already taped it up. Oh well. Well, this one has a lot more Monopoly money in it. And a couple sacks. And those big vintage antique pages, actually. Antique butterfly book. Yeah, that last one didn't have any of these. How did I miss those? Oh well. So the last one didn't have as many of the antique-y. This has isn't that interesting? The cover from the Our Boys and Girls at Home journal. Book. Antique book. So, and then there's a couple pages from it. Those are fragile. And I think this is from that one the other day that was 1924. Alright, and then we have the Country Mouse and the City Mouse. 1961 is the copyright. And, oh, the pages actually are in pretty good condition, it looks like. And the Lively Little Rabbit has writing on the front, which 1977 is the 23rd printing. And that's the pages from that one. If you're into making little golden books, those will be nice. All right. I have plenty of these, so I don't have to be all stingy with them. Okay, and more of the envelopes would be nice. As you know, I have lots. Where'd they all go? There's one. All right. And got some of these and these. I don't know what happened to all the ones that were supposed to be in the other box. Oh, and here's another reason for this one to cost more. This, I know Lisa's gonna be like, why didn't you give that to me? Cause you getting other stuff, so you're good. This I actually paid like $38 for. I should actually sell this separate, but you know, I just want to get it out, so it's just gonna go in this box. So consider yourself lucky if you get this box, because these are all vintage postcards that I got at an antique store up in Maine. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this on both ends here to protect it. So that is going in the box. No fighting. Okay, we got some sacks. Multiple sacks. And let's see, what is this? These are, from that catalog, the vintage catalog from a, you know, it's also from the antique. And some more Chatterbox pages. They're a little ripped. Sorry. That's from the Queen's book, the book about the Queens. And we just have some winter and Christmas stickers and some Christmas digitals. So this is kind of a Christmassy type box because it's got the Christmas. Most of those postcards were Christmas postcards. Alright, I'll stick that in there. And really, why? Oh, I don't know. I think my pile fell over or something. Alright, we've got, this is actually larger size. It is. I'm going to have to put that in there unprotected. That's the straw paper from Italy. Alright, we have gel plate print, kind of brayer off paper, gel plate print, gel plate, scrap, a couple Christmas stencils, and let's see, more Christmassy ephemera, some fabrics and stuff, more scraps and whatnot that are Christmassy-ish. Took's Craft Table, that's what this one is. Some stamps, a little piece of a squirrel napkin. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the room. Alright. Some of the airplane. I'm an airplane, that's the end page. Some of this Rose book. Actually, there's a few pages from that one. And the plate. The other one did not get a butterfly plate. I feel bad now. I mean, still got lots of stuff in there. More of these pages. And, oops. The printable that was gel plate, you can see they're a little bent. That was, I was showing how to add border or what, anyway, so then it ended up with this, that would be really cool. Some journal pages, some inks, different, that one's too long, it's gonna have to go in unprotected. That's the back of a calendar, so let's get that picture on that side, that, digital that is not in my shop yet, the birds, just the graph paper, which works nicely for the back of ephemera, and this digital kit that's in my shop. What is this pile? Music box dancer, map, some more digitals, more gel plate prints, and a couple more digitals. these. No, I'm gonna need to find another one. I don't think these are gonna fit. And still have, oh, turn off my scale would be good. Alright, stick that in there. Okay, let's see what we can fit in here. We've got some of the blue Chatterbox handmade paper. This isn't big enough for these, but we've got some Ideals, Norman Rockwell, Ideals. Those are gonna have to go in the bigger. I'm not sure. I have to look for where some of my bags are. We've got Mary Engelbright pages. Well, those are too wide, weren't they? And more of the plains. Which, if you don't like the plains, you can just use the paper. It's good sized paper, and you could just kind of cover it. Book about trees, more about the queens. I think that's from a vintage book. French dictionary, Little Miss Muffet. The dogs. This is, I believe, from a vintage book. This is from Kincaid, Thomas Kincaid book, and from the quilting book. And then we've got some of the Norman Rockwell pages. My Shadow, Happy Winter, and some children's book, and more of the flowers, and some more children's book, more children's book. Will these fit in here? We're gonna find out. Most of them should. I need to find another one of those envelopes that's bigger. I think most of these bigger ones are gonna need the bigger envelope. And these, or I will just put them in, and I'm gonna tape up the box real good so none of the papers get ruined. That's potentially what's happening here. And then there's this, which is very old, Crucifix Duet, 1879, and it's very fragile, so be careful. And then I already showed you these, right? They just need to go in an envelope. Potentially, I might not be able to close this envelope, but it'll partially protect them, I guess. Scrappy pad, more scrappy pad, more scrappy pads, and some tags, and ephemera, scrappy pad, and a guest checkbook, green one, and got some Christmassy fabrics. Since we got Christmas stuff in there, let's just go hog wild and just put that in there. And so we got this small, that has some fabric in it. These small pages, these are all the flower book. They could fit in there. And then I had a pile of, where'd it go? Where did I put them? Oh, I put them in something. What did I put them in? Alright, so more of this kind of stuff. Pretty sure someone's going to buy this box just based on those postcards, but I might be wrong. So everything else is just fluff. Scraps, scraps. These. And those notepad bits. Some of that, and that. And just remember that is not my Instagram anymore. Just cover that. You'll be fine. Handmade paper. More scraps. Inked papers. Dyed papers. Some more, what's this called? Straw paper from Italy. Some of it's a little bit ripped. It's great for backing. I need to send some, what's her name? Is it Jasper? She's doing the, she's making handmade paper. I need to send some of that to her. And the dogs, and this big paper, and all these that were in all the other packs. And some fussy cut. And another scrap. More scraps. Maybe a pocket. Scraps. Alright. I have something that's going to go in that. Some more scraps. As soon as I remember where I put it. Somewhere. Oh, in an ideals book. Which I'm just going to put in there. And a piece of canvas. Duck cloth is actually what it is. But it's fun to make journals with that. And then we have this piece. It's the olive green ticking. Using all this as padding, and then some Christmas fabric, Christmassy, wintry. This could be used anytime. It's just fun green, and this red, and this lace. And doing a second piece of this, we'll stick a second piece of that in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this field guide in there. And some more of these Christmassy things. A couple more of that. Some scraps and whatnot. Oh, and here's some more bags. That would be helpful. I knew I had more bags. This one's sticky because I had labels on them, so you know, just cover it with a label. You'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I hope I didn't put the things I was going to put in here in twice in the other one. Unzip. So you also get project bags, and that's always fun. What else? Oh, putting in these trees, and going to put in this joy, and let's see. Got some more stamps. And, got this Christmas ribbon. I'm gonna put in there. And some, what are these called? Corners. Book corners. That's what those are. Let's see. Oh, and a brush. There was, I had, sorry, I'm not going to worry about it. If it's not there, it's not there. It's okay. Oh, let me put some of these in here. Put some of these in here. And there should be wallpaper, napkin, that, some more book pages, appendix. The complete home, another piece of wallpaper, some die cuts, another one of those, some more of those cards. This is probably where all the other things went. That's why that didn't get in there. All right. Then we've got this Concise Webster New World Dictionary cover. It's just the cover and all the glued in pages. I don't know if it has the date in it or not, but the cover, I think the cover would be really cool for a journal. So stick that in there and stick this in here. Hopefully it'll fit. Don't tear the pages. I'm gonna leave that unzipped because I don't want it to tear the pages. And this, which had some bits of fabric in it and whatnot. And this password thing. And oh, a piece of the pink lace. I got a little bit more space in here. Although, you know, it's already weighing quite a bit. Alright, it is packed in there pretty good. Let's go ahead and weigh it. It is about 15 pounds. So, like I said, this one was able to hold more. Plus, it has those postcards. And so, if you want to figure out, estimate the postage, what it will be, going with 15 pounds. And it is 13.5 by 13 by 9.5. And it's coming from zip code 22193. Or you can just email me. Well, let me write down my email address real quick. I mean, it'll be in the description box. Darcy's Mixed Media at gmail.com. So make sure you email me there. So the big box 1 is $60. The bigger box 2 is $70 plus shipping. That does not include the shipping. The shipping will have to be figured out afterwards. And you'll just need to email me for that. So that is that for these last 2 boxes. And I have one box that's already spoken for, and a couple envelopes to do, and that are spoken for, and the journals to do. So you'll see those coming out hopefully this week. I'm determined to get my studio back, because my table's uncovered, but now my floor is covered again, because that's how I roll. I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you.